This new GOP presidential poll is hilarious. I mean, you want to talk about a party that's lost in the wilderness. So get this. Bobby Jindal got 5% of the vote in the GOP favorites for president in 2016. Yeah, he's got no chance of winning. But nonetheless, okay, Bobby Jindal you threw in there. Scott Walker, there's about 8 people in the country who knows who he is. So he also doesn't have a chance. He got 6%. You got Paul Ryan, Marco Rubio, and Ted Cruz all at 8%. You have Rand Paul at 11%. And then you ready for the top 3? You have Chris Christie at 13%. Yes, that's right. He got a bump in the polls after the scandal where he shut down a bridge to get political payback and 4 people were late to the emergency room and one 91-year-old woman died and there was a search for a missing 4-year-old that was delayed because of it. He got a bump in the polls after that. A bump in the polls. The Republicans, they just like assholes. They're looking for the biggest dick. They're like, wait, okay, did anybody do something that pissed off liberals recently or pissed off regular people? Okay, now we want that guy. It's incredible. Also, Jeb Bush came in number 2. Jeb Bush? Jeb, you want another Bush in office. You want another Bush. Look, I'm consistent on this, man. I don't want Hillary Clinton in office either. I'm done with the political dynasties. Bush, Clinton, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Clinton. Enough Bushes, enough Clintons. Don't make a sex joke. But seriously, no more. No more. It's not good for the country. These guys, they're all pro-establishment. They're all, they're not looking out for the average guy. Is anybody naive enough to think a Bush or a Clinton would really be looking out for the poor and the middle class? No, they're sellouts to Wall Street. I mean, Hillary was going and doing fundraisers at Goldman Sachs for like hundreds of thousands of dollars in a single night. They're not good for the country, these people. But they want another Bush back because the other one wasn't shitty enough. Had a $7 trillion war. Okay, and killed over 100,000 innocent Iraqi civilians, never mind our young, brave men and women, never mind, the Great Recession that came about from deregulatory policies and everything. And you might say, well, Kyle, he's not the same person as his brother. That's true. But they're both Republicans, and every Republican in the country that gets elected is in favor of the deregulation, is in favor of cutting taxes for the rich. So they like the same things. So you can make a comparison between the two. And then, number 1, you ready for this? Mike Huckabee, 16%. Mike Huckabee got a bump in the polls. He's now leading the GOP presidential field for 2016 because he made the comment that women's libidos are out of control and the Democrats are feeding into it. That's incredible. Everybody in the country who's a normal person flipped out and said, "Could you believe what this guy said? I mean, that's insanity. I mean, get out of everybody's private life. What, are you really against women taking the pill?" And he lied about the fact that he thinks Democrats want the government to pay for the pill for women. Not true at all. So, but that's the thing. They take people who are the most disrespectful, who say the most outlandish things, and they want them to win. Remember Huckabee's history. Huckabee is a guy who said that gun safety laws are like Nazism. Yeah, that guy probably shouldn't be president. He called all Muslims uncorked animals. And this was only about 2 months ago. He compared universal health care to giving out free hamburgers. And he's also a Christian, by the way. I love that irony. Here's a guy who pretends to, agree with Jesus, and that's his leader. That's the guy that he follows. That's his religion. He believes it to the word, right? But in favor of healthcare for everybody? No. That's like giving out free hamburgers. Who would Jesus deny healthcare to? That's my question for Mike Huckabee. He also, of course, believes that the world is 6,000 years old. You should be disqualified based on that alone for not being bright enough. He doesn't believe in evolution. He said that the Newtown shooting happened because we stopped prayer in school. Leading the Republican presidential poll. Leading the poll. And finally, the worst thing about Huckabee that's really not even discussed anymore, even though it should be anytime anybody mentions Huckabee, when he was governor of Arkansas, he released a serial rapist. He pardoned or gave clemency to, whatever the right word is, a serial rapist. And the reason he did that is because he raped Bill Clinton's cousin. The story gets worse. When the guy was released, he killed someone. Yeah. Game, set, match, Mike. Go away for a long, long time. In fact, just never come back.